These 5 books had some of the most insane plot twists that I have ever read. I read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, so pretty much everything I read has a plot twist in it, but these plot twists were special, and they will live with me in my brain forever and ever. First up, we have The Lake of Lost Girls by Catherine Green, which was one of the best audiobooks I listened to this year, but truly the story had me on the edge of my seat from beginning to end. This book takes place in a small southern college town where 4 girls went missing in 1998, and all 4 girls were connected to each other. They literally disappeared into thin air, never to be seen again, and their remains were never found, so no one knows what actually happened. But 24 years later, some remains are found in a nearby lake, which reopens the investigation to both the police and the public. This book was just absolutely phenomenal. Next is Those Empty Eyes by Charlie Donnelly. This is the first book I've read by Charlie Donnelly. It will definitely not be the last. In fact, I have already started The Girl Who Was Taken on Audible. But this book, Those Empty Eyes, is about a girl who was accused of murdering her entire family when she was only 17 years old because she was the only survivor. But when the evidence exonerates her, she decides to sue the state in a defamation lawsuit and wins. 10 years later, she is working for the firm that represented her in the defamation lawsuit, and she is still trying to track down the person who actually killed her family members. She has been investigating this on her own for the last 10 years. So now she's working as an investigator, and she's changed her appearance completely so that no one will ever recognize her. As she's working one of the cases, something comes up that kind of ties back to what happened with her family, and she is more determined than ever to find out what happened 10 years ago. If You Lie by Caleb Stevens had so many incredible plot twists, I literally felt like my head was spinning in a good way. This book is about a woman who survived a kidnapping and attempted murder, and she's decided that she is going to take her power back in life by starting a podcast talking about her experience and also talking to other people who have survived bad experiences. She only has one living family member, and it's her sister, and they're estranged. One day, out of the blue, she receives an email from the estranged sister saying, "I've got my life together, I'm clean, I'm sober, I want us to repair our relationship. Will you come on this cruise with me and meet my new fiance?" She agrees, but once she gets there, she realizes that the people on this cruise ship are part of an MLM/cult. And this cult is like a NXIVM times the cult of Mother God. They're very weird. But this book was absolutely phenomenal. And again, the plot twists had me spinning. The one by John Mars had so many plot twists because we were following 5 different stories, and every single story of every single person had a plot twist. So in this book, we're following 5 different stories. And at first I thought that would be confusing, but it really wasn't. So in the world that is set up in this story, there is a DNA test that you can take to find your perfect soulmate. It will help you find the one. So the 5 stories that we're following are 5 people who are part of this experiment. They have taken the test, they have found the one, or they are in search of the one. This book had a really unique plot, and the plot twists went along with that. They were all really unique. John Mars just has a really twisted mind, and I love reading his books. And finally, The Paris Photo by Kimberly Bell, which if you have followed me for any amount of time, you know I am obsessed with Kimberly Bell. This book had me on the edge of my seat. It's about a couple who are very much in love. They're very happy, and they go on this European vacation. On the supposed last day of their vacation, they're at this cafe. They leave to go back to the hotel, and then the husband tells the wife, "Oh my God, I left my sunglasses. I'm going to run back to the restaurant. You go to the hotel and pack. We'll meet back up there." Heading back to the hotel, she hears an explosion. She runs back in the direction where her husband was and realizes that he might have been in this explosion. She is frantically searching for him. She cannot find him. And then the police show up at her hotel to tell her that they're looking for him too, but it's because he's a wanted man. This book was so twisty-turny, and I absolutely loved it. And Kimberly Bell I don't know, she has this magic that she puts into books that I just love.